Hello, how are we doing? Great to see so many people here already. I'm just catching up on the chat. Hi everyone. Hi Michael, Judith, Dave, Dorothy, Agatha, Anna, Mark, of course, Carolyn, Gwyn, Vanessa. I'm going to miss people, but hello everyone. It's lovely to be here. I hope you're doing okay. It's beautifully sunny today in Manchester. And I'm looking forward to a new week of Rossini after a pretty tough week last week. I think that's fair to say. Hi Maggie. Hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. So today we're going to crack on with the Credo and actually a bit of Et Resurrexit as well, as I think they have a lot of repeated music, so repeated material, so it seems to make sense to work a bit on both of them this week. And as I promised, we will be doing a tutti run through of the Cum Sancto Spiritu. Went for a cycle today, Mark, but thank you for checking that I've been out. Went for a nice morning cycle and it was glorious along the River Mersey. Really beautiful frosty morning, but sunny. Great. Hi, Michael. And it's still lovely out there. How wonderful. Hi, Annalisa. Got a new little warm-up today. I'm really hoping that you haven't done it already with another course director. I bet you have, but never mind. Hi, Christine, and hi, Paula. Oh, nice that you went for a cycle. Hi, Shan. Oh, wonderful. Well, everyone's rushing in, which is great. I've been looking forward to this. There we go. A walk on the seafront. I'm jealous. I would love to see a bit of sea at the moment. I have plans for that as when we're allowed to travel a little bit further. I think I'll be going to the beach. Certainly going to try and get to the South Coast this summer for a bit of walking. Glad you're back in time, Dave. Hi, Shirley. Paula, you're at the other end of the Mersey, presumably in Liverpool. And has a Cum Sanctus earworm. Gosh, sounds like you need to go to the doctor. Gwyn's exercising in the same room as her music room, it sounds like. Hi, Gillian. Hi, Heather. Oh my gosh, you've been a bit too productive. Hi, Ruth. Hi, Christine. Oh, lovely, northeast coast of Scotland. Fantastic. Oh, Mark, maybe I will have to pop into Sherborne. I was actually thinking, well, I think we're heading more to the Devon side of things. But I'll let you know. I have been to Sherborne. I did go on a music course there at the school for a couple of years. So I do know Sherborne. Hi, Terry. Oh, I'm very jealous of all these people who can see the sea. That's great to hear, Agatha. Hi, Rosemary. Hi, Anne. Glad you made it in time. You've still got 6 minutes. You're fine. Don't need to rush. Stay calm. We'll get going in about 5 minutes. I'm all set. If you've joined a little bit later, I'm just been saying that I'm looking at the Credo today and then a little bit of et resurrexit as well. I feel like we need to get on with et resurrexit and not leave that all for next week because it's really quite long. So we're going to try and do a little bit of both this week. And of course, I promised you, and I know you're going to be clamouring for it, a run-through of Cum Sancto Spiritu. To see how we did last week, see what's there, how's it going. Get it all in. Christine, I did the Sherborne. I'm just trying to work out Camford's. I'm trying to work out what your CSSM is. It was just the Sherborne courses that I think used to be Camford, but now became Sherborne Summer School of Music or something. I did the conducting courses there. It was great fun. Hi, Linda. Oh, that's very kind. Not at all. I'm happy to be here. Hi, Elspeth. It's so funny to say your name out loud to someone else. Don't know why it's so weird, but I find it really strange to call someone else Elspeth. Oh, Terry, you've got to get back there. Hopefully this summer, presumably. Oh, lovely, Heather. That sounds lovely. Hi, Adele. Hi, Sue. I know, talk about it. I'm on a very strict timetable at the moment to make sure I get everything done. I find that this working from home business means I can end up floating about a little bit unless I'm quite strict with myself. Ah, Christina, I understand. I see. Yes. Hi, Rosina. Hello, Elizabeth. Had an aunt, Elspeth. Hi, Marion. Hi, Jane. Nearly there now, a couple of minutes. Hello, Barbara. Hi, Tony from sunny Nantwich. Saw a kingfisher. Lovely. Hi, Rachel. Oh, I do admire those of you who are keeping your work going on a secret computer and singing along. I love that. Hi, Janet. Hi, Catherine from Salt Lake City. That's cool. I've been watching an interior design program based in Salt Lake City recently on Netflix. I say recently, I've been watching it nearly every evening. I just love it. I think it's in preparation for my house move. I'm getting a little bit into interior design these days. Oh, Karen, shouldn't have eaten that muffin. Well, the chat is popping off. There must be so many people here. There are quite a lot of people here. Hello, everyone. It's great to have you. Hi, Denise. Hi, Don. Well, we're very nearly ready to go. Let me just say well done again for last week's work because it was a tough week. It was definitely not the easiest music to be learning, but I hope that either you've had a bit of time to put some time into learning those notes a little bit more, or that you've maybe set aside a little bit of time this week for that number 7, movement 7. Not so easy. We've got a little bit of a tough movement at resurrexit coming up as well, but we're actually just going to do a little bit of that today, not the really fast section. So hopefully this week will feel a little bit lighter. And then next week, again, I'm afraid we're straight back into some hardcore fast singing. Great. Well, look, everyone. Hi. I'm loving all of these hello messages. It's great that you're all here. I've just missed a load of you entering, but hello. We're so nearly ready to go. Great. Hello. Well, it is now 3 o'clock according to my computer clock, which means it must be officially 3 o'clock. It's so lovely to be here with you today. I hope you're all feeling ready for a bit more Rossini, and I'd like you to just chuck your worries out the window now and just think about singing for the next hour. Let's think firstly, before we begin, about how we're standing or sitting. If you want to stand up, then by all means do. I'm certainly just going to sort my sitting position out. So my feet are now on the floor, connecting to the floor, feeling supported, nice right angle in my legs. And I'm just going to roll my shoulders back and open out my chest 3 times. 2 and 3, lovely. And then forwards, 1 and 2 and 3, fantastic. And now if we just tilt our head to one side, feeling that stretch down your neck, and back to the centre and to the other side, and back to the centre. And now do this slowly, please. Now slowly back to look up at the ceiling, and back to the middle, and keep going. Chin to chest all the way down, and back up to the centre. Lovely. I always say to do those neck exercises slowly. We don't really want to be kind of spinning our heads around and hurting our necks. So always doing these very nice and slowly, just to feel those little tugs. Yeah, crunching, Christine. That's the idea. So we're going to breathe in for 4. We did this last week. Breathing in for 4 and out to a shh for 8. And that shh is going to be completely sustained. A sausage machine effect of sound where there's no lumps, okay? It's just straight out. Okay, breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and shh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, gone. And now to a s. Okay, so breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. And now finally to a f. Okay, so breathing low, 2, 3, 4, and f. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lovely. Really aiming to be out of breath by the time we finish that, so that you've really used the breath and we're not left with a chunk of it at the end. We're really thinking about using our breath for the phrase that we've got ahead of us. Okie dokie. This is a B flat major, which is my favourite warm-up chord to begin on. Here it is. Oh, give me a moment. There we go. That's better. So from here, we're going to have sing. You know this one, on the NG of the word sing, nice and easy. I'm not pushing, I'm really just kind of mezzo piano, hello voice sort of ing. Here we go. 1 and sing. 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 into R at the top. Sing ah, and sing ah, sing ah, sing ah, sing ah, sing ah, one more. Sing ah. Lovely stuff. And now let's do something that's just going to take us a little bit lower as well. So this is D major. We're going to go mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Going down at the end, singing through the Some of us did this last week together. A real on the mi, me, mum. Really making sure that the is also pitched as well as the vowels. Here we go. 3, 4. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Going down. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Brighten the eyes. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Lighten the face. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. 2 more. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Last one. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Lovely. Right, very quickly for this one, please, because it's a tongue twister. This is a C, and we're going to go red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry. See if you can find a lorry emoji whilst you're there for the chat. Red lorry, yellow lorry. We're going up the scale. 2, 3, 4. Red lorry, yellow lorry, 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 red lorry, yellow lorry. Faster. 2, 3, 4. Red lorry, yellow lorry, 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 red lorry, yellow lorry. Great. Well, that was just a kind of quick hello, brain, lips, engage warm up. Here is a little exercise. I hope you haven't done this before. I imagine some of you probably have, but it's one of my faves anyway. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And then we're back to the home key. In fact, let's take that down. That's not the most accessible key for everyone, actually. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do it there. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They always come in that order, okay? You only ever sing those numbers in that order. And once you've sung one, you carry on. So the tune is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Should we try that again? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And then we carry on. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1. And we carry on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The end. Let me tell you, I was very worried about the coordination of the piano and me and everything just then. I would like to try it a little bit faster, although I'm not sure I'm up to it. If I lose the piano, I will keep singing, I promise. So Let's try this one more time now. We'll go the whole way through it, ending on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the end. Remember the numbers, they just keep going in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They keep circling and the tune keeps circling and finally they come back together at the end. Okay? Here we go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hooray! We did it! Well done if you made it to the end. I do like that one, and I've heard of people doing that with a sentence and all sorts of things. A string of words that creates the same thing. So enjoy that. Now you'll be singing that around the house. Now that'll be your new earworm for whoever's got the Cum Sancto Spiritu earworm. I know that's a few of you. Okay, this week, what are we doing? Well, the first thing we're looking at today is the Credo. So if you could find the Credo whilst I'm talking, please do. It's movement 8, and you'll have to find your various page numbers. But as I talk, can you try and listen at the same time as finding the Credo? Because I have some important news this week, which is that the times this week are very slightly different, I think just for the altos. So tomorrow it will be the tenors at 3 o'clock and the basses at 4:30 as normal. And then on Thursday this week, the altos, just as an anomaly, are going to be at 1:30. So earlier for the altos on Thursday this week. And then the sopranos are still at 3 o'clock. So just slightly different timings for the altos this week. So just make sure that you've clocked that one altos so that I'm not here on my lonesome at 1:30 on Thursday. And then the other thing to note is that we are going to be splitting up some of the longer movements for your recordings. The Credo and, not the Credo, Cum Sancto Spiritu and Et Resurrexit. We're going to break those down a little bit for when you come to record them because they're quite long and I can appreciate that it's quite a lot to ask to do that all in one go. Details of that will all be out soon from Mark. No need to worry yet because you don't need to be recording right now, okay? But Mark will be in touch with all those details. So, the Credo. Oh, and what are we doing today? I didn't even explain. So we're going to start with the Credo this week. And we're also going to look at Et Resurrexit this week because it's really long and I think we should just crack on with a little bit of it at the beginning before we tackle the fast harder bit next week. So we're going to do a bit of Credo, we're going to do the whole Credo and a bit of Et Resurrexit this week. So that's what you can expect today and in your sectionals. But what you can also expect today is a tutti run-through of Cum Sancto Spiritu to see how we're doing from last week's work. I know that every single sectional worked extremely hard for 1 hour last week with me, and I really hope that it's made everyone feel a little bit better about that movement. And today we'll just see where we're at with a big sing through with everyone. And whoever was in my sectional last week where I had this lovely piece of hair that has decided to stick out, well look, it's doing it again. It must be my headphone style, my elephant tail we were calling it last week. Anyway, hopefully that's tucked away now and won't be irritating. So, Credo. The first thing we're going to do, everyone, is we're just going to have a sing through, a good sight sing through. If you don't want to do that, then read through. Just follow through, read your line, stick with it, just to get to grips with the movement overall. So here it comes, number 8, the Credo.
Credo
sorry everyone. Oh, that's rubbish. Sorry, I'll just pick this up from just where we were. Apologies about that. I literally just tapped the track like a fool. So this is now just where we got to. So it's the pianissimo et in unum. I'm so sorry. That was really stupid. Here we go. Wonderful. Well, that's a nice little introduction to the Credo. Of course, as you can see, if you've not looked at this yet, it jumps between tutti and solos throughout. So if it's not clear in your score whether it's a solo or a tutti, because certainly in my score, all of the voice parts stay on the same system, you know, so it kind of goes chorus and then suddenly it's the solo voices and it's all on the same stave. Use a highlighter if it's your own copy or some nice pencil starring, whatever your system is, make sure it's nice and clear. The last thing you want to do in the concert, you know, is come in with the soloist. So just make it nice and clear who is who and when it's you. Nice little rhyme there. We're going to go back to the beginning and we're just going to look at this first Credo entry. So if you find the top of the movement for me, we've got the tenors first, and then we've got the sopranos. But for now, we can all just have a look at this octave leap. Or Credo. So we can either sing down there or the one above for the sopranos and altos perhaps, but let's all just sing this together because how exciting is this opening? Ba-ba-bum-bum-bum, ba-ba-bum-bum-bum, ba-bam-bam, cre, and in come the tenors, and then next time in come the sopranos with all of your might, please. The cr of Credo, I'm sure you know what I'm going to ask for, is going to come before the beat. And if you can roll your R, then absolutely this is the one to do it on. Credo. Okay, so get as much of the cr out of the way before the beat so that the big loud kind of pitched note is what we hear on the beat. Open wide, and it's going to be cre, not credo. Credo. Okay? And do at the end. Credo, not credo. So we're never turning these vowels, we're leaving them all wide open. Whichever one you want, it doesn't matter, we can all sing it at the same time. After 4 is a 1, 2, 3, and Credo. Off. And it's just a crotchet at the end, so straight off. Let's do that again. A 1, 2, 3, and Credo. Off. Cool. Okay, so we're going to now look at your next tutti entry. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bar 9, where the full choir come in. Tenors, this time we're just staying on our E. Credo. But the basses have now got credo. Okay, so let's have the basses and the tenors together there. After 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Credo. And now let's have the altos and the sopranos. So altos, we're on our G sharp. Sopranos are doing their their E, but this time coming down to a B. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. So much fun. Okay, so for every single one of these credo entries, even if it's your second credo for the sopranos or the tenors, it doesn't matter. It's got to have more energy. It's got to be so exciting. And surely the one where the full choir sing is going to be the most exciting. So let's go simply up to there from the beginning to get the tenors, then the sopranos, and then the tutti chorus from the beginning of the credo. Here we go. Great. How exciting is that entry? I love this entry. So I believe, and then pianissimo, in unum Deum, in one God. And this suddenly sucks us in with this pianissimo. I'm just reading a couple of the comments and people are saying, of course you can sing the solos when you're not recording. Of course you can. That's absolutely fine. But yes, we won't be recording the solos. We'll keep the canto solos who have obviously already recorded it in, and we'll be popping your voices into the chorus, and I can't wait for that concert, which is still quite a while away, to be fair. So, should we carry on? In unum Deum. Let's have a look at the sopranos and the tenors there on their B. It's just a B, okay? But it's 5 notes of a B, and it could start to sink in pitch if we don't think about keeping buoyant on this B. Okay, so in unum Deum, nicely supported, low breath, that's going to sit on the pianissimo. 1, 2. Let's just try that phrase once more, sopranos and tenors. The reason why is because I want it to be the most still, beautiful, fluid line that's really soft, really sotto voce. So after all of this, credo, in unum Deum. Let's have a go. 1, 2. In unum Deum, credo. Now, sopranos and tenors, we will not be breathing between Deum and Credo, please. Even though there's a comma, can you take that out? And then altos and basses, when you come in, on your in unum Deum, again, no breath there, please, after that Deum. Keep going through. Same for the sopranos and the tenors again. So we're just going to, the reason I'm getting rid of that breath, that comma, is because we just want to smooth this whole section out. So let's have the altos and the basses from your in unum deum. Just bear in mind that your first in is a semi-breve and not a minim like the sopranos and the tenors. Okay, so just be prepared to sit on that one just that little bit longer. Here we go. Altos and basses. 1, 2, 3, 4. In unum deum credo. Lovely. And now sopranos and tenors, can we go back to your first in unum deum, the B? And we're going to carry on this time with your parts, okay? After 2 is 1, 2. In unum deum credo. And in unum deum. Sorry. Page turn, I'm sorry. But we got there. Notice that we have this lovely clash as well, where the tenors are on an A against the credo, against the soprano's G sharp. So this little section is just going to be so intimate in comparison to the opening kind of bellowing of the credo. I would like us to... let's just finish off, actually, this section, and then we can run through. So if we carry on for your final phrase, Patrem omnipotentem. Patrem. Just the sopranos and the altos to begin with is 1, 2, 3, 4. Patrem omnipotentem. And although we've got this lovely double dotted rhythm again, which we're super good at from the Kyrie, we've got to try and keep that all in this line of really, really tranquil and smoothness, okay? So, Patrem omnipotent, so just trying to keep the semiquaver as neat and rhythmic as possible, but without going without weighting it too heavily at this point. Sopranos and altos, Patrem. 1, 2, 3, 4. Patrem. Lovely. And now we'll have the tenors and basses, so gentle, so cared for. Here's the Patrem. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so lovely. And then in come our soloists. So let's do this first section all the way up to there. We've got 2 completely contrasting characters here within a couple of pages, within a few bars. See what you can do. Here's the beginning of the Credo. Lovely, and in come our soloists. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So there's section 1 of the Credo, and really that's just an introduction into this movement and a nice sing through. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn on to Et Resurrexit, which is your next chorus, which is number 10. So we've got to skip 1 solo movement, and then it's Et Resurrexit. And the good thing is that lots of the material of the Credo, the musical material, repeats itself at the beginning of Et Resurrexit, which is another good reason for us to work on them in tandem this week, okay? We'll go through all of the notes in your sectionals, but let's just introduce them today. So Et Resurrexit, here it comes. Here's the first note for the sopranos. Okay. And again, we're just going to sing through. Oh, by the way, we're not singing through the whole thing because it's really long. We're going to sing through, just so you know, this week, up to figure 42 is this week's work. And then we go into the Allegro, into the Et Vitam Ventori, which we will save for next week. This is the really fast part of Et Resurrexit. So just the first half, really, of Et Resurrexit. Here it comes.
Expector resurrexio
show you the beginning of the allegro. So we'll save this for next week. So we'll save that, okay? But you can see actually that a lot of the material in Et Resurrexit is material that we've already met in the Credo. So that bodes really well for a good week's work that covers a lot of the music, which is great. Now, let's have a look at some of Et Resurrexit together now. Could you look at figure 41, please? It's near the end of the section we just reached. Figure 41. Et expecto. And we're going to start with the bass entry there at figure 41. And the wonderful thing about this passage of music is that it just repeats. We've got a lovely pattern to follow. So let's start with the basses from figure 41. Feel free to hum in your own part, trying to hum along or sight sing in your part whilst I'm working with one voice part. Okay, so here's the basses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's where I'd like to get to, okay? So we have a lovely repeated pattern. Now basses, your job is to be quite careful about this octave that you keep having in your repeated pattern. Ba, ba, boof, boof. We need to hit the first one, hit the second one, and make sure there's not a big old swoop in between the two. I call it a gear change, and the idea is that we're just going to go whoop from one to the other, poof, straight up, okay? But absolutely not, please. You might be tempted to in this lovely Rossini, but let's keep this crystal clear, okay? Especially as we go into kind of more polyphonic sort of writing. We want to keep our sound and our movement as crystal clear as possible. Basses, let's have that one more time from figure 41. Everyone else, keep having even if you just speak through your rhythm from there with them, that's really useful. Okay, so figure 41. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Et expecto resurrectionem. Et expecto resurrectionem. 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 Lovely, lovely stuff. Okay, tenors. Let's have a look at your part now from the second bar of figure 41, okay? Now, I love your repeated figure, which is that you get this little da-de-do, da-de, ya-ba-da, expect. And I love the way Robin sings this on the track as well, so really enjoy the fact that he really makes a twiddle, expecto. Let's have a look, tenors, at this part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Expecto resurrectionem. 2, 3, 4, 1. Expecto resurrectionem. 2, 3, 4, 1. Resurrectionem. Resurrectionem. Great. So that's lovely, again, lovely repeated pattern. So we're kind of safe. Once we've got the first one, we're really going to be quite happy to continue, I'm sure. Let's have a look at the alto part now in the third bar of figure 41. Let's see what you do. So we, again, have this octave to navigate. Resurrect, resurrect. Try and keeping that nice and clean, please. No swooping. Resurrecti. One of my tricks for that is to make sure that I'm really supporting the lower octave and then using that to kind of propel myself up to the top to the top octave. Re, zore, zore. So the z of zore is going to be the thing that kind of boofs you up there. Here we go, altos. 3, 4, 1. Resurrectionem. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Resurrectionem. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Resurrectionem, resurrectionem. So a lovely pattern. And then finally, the sopranos who have been waiting so patiently over there, let's have your entry in the third bar of figure 41. Resurrectionem. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Resurrectionem. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Resurrectionem. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Resurrectionem. And sopranos, you're really the cherry on the cake here, because you see the basses come in first, then the tenors with their pattern, then the altos, and then you're this lovely little kind of chromatic fun bit at the end. So we have this lovely layered effect that keeps repeating itself. I wouldn't mind having a go at that now with the track to see how we're doing. So this is before figure 41. We'll just cut in before figure 41. Here it comes, a little bit before figure 41. 3 bars, 2 bars. Wonderful. Now then, where we've just finished resurrexit, you see that we have this word resurrectionem. We actually cut it off. Rossini makes it goes resurrectionem. We have these quaver rest thing, and I would really like us to do that. So we're going to real chop resurrectionem, and then when we get these long semi-breathes after that, they feel even more glorious because we've gone kind of chop, chop, long. Okay, so we're going to do this section once more. Okay, and when we get there, chop and chop. And the other thing I want you to do is think about those dotted rhythms. Resurrect. We nearly all have that dotted rhythm. In fact, yeah, even the basses get it as well. So we all have that dotted rhythm at some point, and it can be really tight and really bam, 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 bam. It's very much like the trumpet fanfares are back out again. So we'll do this section again and see if we can get those little musical details in now. Same place, just a little before figure 41. I'll count us in. 3 bars, 2 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Great. Now, one final thing, please, to add into this section. So figure 41 again. I'm sure your dotted rhythms were great, and I can see in the chat that the sopranos are all being cherries. That's wonderful. Now, talking of this moment where the sopranos are the cherries, at figure 41, I think we also need a step up of the dynamics each time. So as a voice part enters, we get this sense of build, 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 and then it drops back again when the basses start again, and then we build, 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 and drop back again, and so on. So let's see if we can now get also a dynamic contrast and a sense of resurrectionem, et expecto, resurrectionem, resurrexit. So we get 3 lifts, and then finally the final one's going to be the one that propels us into the big fortissimo at the end. And we all need to do that, as a full choir. We need to have this sense that as you come in, you need to be slightly louder than the voice part before you, so that we get this sense of building a wall of sound up and dropping back down again. Last time, please, everyone. This is really great work from just before figure 41. Here it comes. which is the end of the section we will be looking at this week. Okay. Now then, how are we doing for time? Do you know what? We've got a little bit more time before we can turn to Cum Sancto Spiritu for the big finish of the day. So, whilst we're in this movement, let's have a look now back at the beginning of Et Resurrexit. So we've looked at off the end of the section, but let's look at the beginning now. So this is movement 10, Et Resurrexit. For me, it's page 129, but I know it's different for others. And a lot of the beginning of this is really similar to some of the punchy singing we've had to do already at the beginning of the whole piece, okay? So I want you to get that trumpet sort of sound out again, where we're really thinking about the attack at the front of a note and not thinking so much about making it maybe even the most beautiful note you've ever sung, but thinking about how you can get a very kind of penetrative sound that just goes straight kind of through the eye of the person that you're singing it to in the audience, you know? This is my sound, it's coming for you. Rather than thinking, thinking to, because that's just going to be a little bit breathy and not quite the right sound. Actually, we want to resurrexit. So it's just going to have a bit more direction, a bit more pointiness to it. Here's the beginning. There's the first note for the sopranos. And sopranos in bar 3, of course, the E flat, which becomes a D sharp, is of course the same note, yes? E flat and D sharp, same note. So really, the reason that you've got all of the flats at the beginning is simply to tie you from the previous movement, okay, which is ending. So you'd be fine to get your note in the concert. There's your note. And then the A flat is used da da to get to the E flat, which is now going to be a D sharp in B major to then cadence into E major. So for those of you who wanted to know that, that's why it starts in flats and suddenly moves to sharps. But it's a very clever little trick to get us into the right key. And it means that between movements, sopranos, you don't need to worry about finding your notes because you're going to hear it at the end of the previous movement, which is great. So when we all arrive on this et, whenever you have it, we need to think about the front of the not being weak, which is difficult because it's not got a t or a k or a p. So let's practice for now when we sing this through, actually singing. Which one should we go for? Should we go for pet? Because I love pets and cats. So we're going to go for pet resurrexit to feel the explosion that we can get on that. Pet resurrexit. Okay, so pet for everyone. Here we go. Do 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 do. Oh, what a start. So pet resurrexit, we'll drop the P at some point, and the words are going to all be this bright et, so et resurrexit. If you can roll your R's, then go for it. Et resurrexit, ter, and if you can roll your R there, then go for it. Tertia, tss, with a hi-hat, tss. Tertia, die, die. Again, e, all pure vowels, okay? Never trying to do too much with them. Et resurrexit tertia die. Okay, let's give this one more go, shall we, from the beginning. Sopranos. Fantastic. So I bet your opening was absolutely wonderful. Now after that we get to Secundum Scriptoras. So this is bar 9, 10, 11. This is bar 12 after our opening section. Secundum Scriptoras. Now then, it's really, really loud, and I've written... You won't believe this, I've written tenors, be careful, on your entry, because the sopranos and the altos are also on that G, and if you go a little bit too much for the kind of then you could overpower our wonderful sopranos and altos. So tenors, be careful, because it's right at the top of your range, and the G is kind of fairly neutral range for everyone else. So it could have a tendency to ping out a little bit too much from you if you're not careful, okay? So let's go straight on secundum, and I'm going to be particularly interested in that double dotted note scriptoras that we're about to meet. So 1, 2, 3. Secundum scriptoras. And that's going to be precisely a crotchet. Ras off. Ras. Chup. And the double dotted scriptoras. This is very different to the double dotted semiquaver that I was talking about before, where we really smoothed it over. Actually here, you're going to make it really heavy. Scriptoras, scriptoras. You can hear in Richard's piano accompaniment that he plays that pa-pam. Papa. And we can get that into our singing as well. That will be great. Scriptoras. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Great. Well, let's go from the beginning through to there, and then I promise you, don't worry, we will do the Cum Sancto Spiritu. Okay, so here's the beginning of Et Resurrexit. Fantastic. Okay, everyone, the time has come. Movement 7, please. Movement 7. Do. Now, please don't worry in movement 7 if not everything has arrived from last week's work, or if you think, oh, it was better last week and I've lost a little bit of it. Please don't worry, okay? This is the way that practice works. We're going to have a good go now. We'll see where the holes are, and then you know where to have a look again. But a little bit every day, you know, will go a very, very long way. So, Cum Sancto Spiritu, movement 7. For me, it's page 75. I'm going to guess page 87. I feel like that was being thrown around last week. And let's just see what happens, everyone. Hold on to your hats. We've got this.
Spiritu
Great. Well done, everyone. Do not worry if that wasn't perfect that time round. It really doesn't matter. It's a work in progress, and we will do recaps and sing-throughs as well. Once this course, once we finished our 5 weeks of the course. It's been lovely to be with you this afternoon, and I look forward to working on the Credo and Et Resurrexit in more detail this week. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I shall see the tenors and basses tomorrow, and the sopranos and altos on Thursday. Goodbye.